Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth, with Back to Earth Creations, and welcome to our Craft Along with Vaughn live stream. Today I am making some of these different wire wrapped spiders that I'm using a grooved cabochon for the booty. And this one was our prototype. This will actually be, we'll be giving this away in our shop update for you to use in your own jewelry. So if you want to check out our most recent shop update at back on the Back to Earth Creations channel, you leave a comment there and that'll put your name in the hat for winning this little wire wrapped spider that you can just put, whether it's a wire or some chain or some beading cable or whatever you like. You can just thread it through there like a pendant. Or you could do your own additional wire wrapping to it as well. But I have all these different cabs that I wanted to turn into spiders, and today I am using, what is it? 22 gauge wire is what I'm using in today's live stream. Because this is also our Craft Along with Vaughn project, or Happy Crafter project. And then here we go. Getting everything set up and we are ready. So yeah, I think, and if you're watching this, help me pick which one should I wrap next, because some of them don't have a groove. Let's risk a little more light. All right, our little freaking ring light here. Okay, that didn't really help though, does it? There we go. These have a really nice shimmer, but this one doesn't have a groove, where this one here does. And I really like that. Oh, hey Rainbow, how's it going? Let me actually share this. But yeah, so I only want to be wrapping the ones today that have grooves in them. And I've grooved already today. I've grooved 60 cabochons for sending out in our Craft Along kit. Which the project is these spiders. Whee! Hello, cookies. What? Boom. Oh no, I clicked cancel. Post. Alrighty. Let me get back to doing what we were doing. Which one do you think we should wrap? If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what number should we? All right, here we go. Red and black one, please. This one here, number 4? Yes, okay. Hey, All Things UK. Looks really cool though. Okay, here, oh, I missed some comments. Let me back up. How are you doing, All Things? Hey, Barbie. Oh, it's going really well today. It's been super productive day. We got the shop update posted this morning. We have done some prototyping for the booth setup for the upcoming moth market. We I got 60 cabochons grooved. Randy and I got both kilns loaded. One of them's going right now. We're going to be using 5 feet of this 22 gauge wire. Uh-oh, I got a sneeze coming. Woo! Oh, excuse me. Well, hey, baby. I sneezed and a beautiful man with a cup of coffee appeared in my craft room.
That's all.
How come? I think we're gonna have to get another one of those cheap Mr. Coffee pots because this Keurig can't hang. Like this, it's not putting enough coffee in my cup. Our Keurig is less sad. Thank you for the coffee, honey. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to sneeze in y'all's ear. But it summoned, again, like I said, a beautiful man with coffee, so I'll take it. We're using the 22 gauge wire. We've got 5 feet of it. And I'm going to be honest, we could make do with just 3 feet, but I am hoarding the scrap, the cutoff. We have about 1 foot of cutoff from each end. And so I'm going to use these to make some wire wrapped rings or something. I'm going to use them in something. So I'm lining up both of the ends, finding the center mark on our wire. We do sell our Groovy Cobs online, All Things UK, but we only ship to the United States because it gets expensive and packages get lost too much. So I'm going to do 3 loops around the, what is that, 6 to 8 millimeter? I'm not entirely certain. Just whatever size you want your chain or bead or whatever necklace you're going to have this on. I just want that to be large enough to accommodate what we're going to be hanging it on. So you can see some of these. This one I did like a 3 millimeter mandrel, but I'm going to be attaching a very pretty bail. Whereas this one, I'm making the bail. Oh man, y'all, I'm super excited for our upcoming vending event. Like, because I still, like, I'm excited, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm planning on making almost no sales. I don't know why, that's my expectation. It's just, I think it's really good to have, if I'm disappointed with having such a low bar, it's really going to have to be a very bad vending event. You know what I mean? Like, I came in with 0 expectations. Oh, well, thank you, Stephanie. I love them. I absolutely love the way that the Groovy Cabs look, and I think we'll be able to kick this up a notch. This is like the easy version in that, not so much that it is specifically easy because that's so subjective. Like something that's easy for you may be challenging for me, you know, and vice versa. So, but it doesn't require any wire weaving. But I'm sure you can easily picture like a woven wire frame, you know, on especially like on a larger cabochon, and then doing like coils and stuff. Like we're gonna have to make a honker chonker big boy, probably with this dummy thick, a really nice looking lab. But okay, we'll keep going. We'll get there. Stretching out. And so I'm gonna do, for this one I did about 1 inch because these were smaller cabochons. I did about 1 inch of the twisting that we're doing here, which I call just a twist tie twist. You could go big with these, I'm sure. I like the simplicity of these ones. Yes, and that's, I think, you know, especially whenever I don't feel like I have a lot of time to craft, or if I feel like I'm very new to something, or, you know, just something along those lines, having something that's easier effort, easier reward. This one, nice effort for what I think is a very rewarding spider. You know, so it's nice to have almost, maybe like an entry level, you know, very beginner friendly base design that we can then, I mean, just go absolutely wild on. So I'm going to scooch, do a little bit more separating between my grooved and non-grooved cabochons. I just like it because it looks like there's like little spiders climbing all over everything. And I love my niece, and I know that she would set my craft room on fire if she saw it right now, because she does not like spiders. But I'm glad that I don't mind them, because That way, Randy and I are here to save her from spiders. Kind of. It's like it'd suck if we were both scared of them, because then I'd have to be extra brave to, try to protect her from them. But she's gotten so brave about handling her own spiders, especially after the summers of hanging out with us, because our house is, I mean, we're not infested, but if I see a jumping spider, I'll let it be, especially if it's in the house. 2, 3. And here I'm just adding a little bit more of the twisting, and then I'm going to wrap once, if this is the body and that's the head, we've just wrapped the scarf around the neck. Oh, thank you, honey. That helps so much. But I've done one whole wrap of the scarf around the neck. Oh, and I need to have this twisted this way, because that's our bail. No, it's not. That's the head. Never mind. I got my head confused with my butt. You'd be surprised how much this happens. It really is the body and the head now. It is. Okay, so we've wrapped the scarf around the neck. And then I'm going to just pick one of them, one of the strands of wire, and I'm going to bring it around. And my goal is to have both of the wires on, like, if this is belly side and this is back side, I want both of the wires either belly side or either back side. And now from here, I've got to find something other than my poor ruler is starting to get chips and notches in it. I've had this thing since middle school. It's basically a family heirloom at this point. So you can see the little notch there from the wire. So I think I may plead to my Wandy to bring me one of the metal rulers from my sculpting station. Oh, shatter resistant, my ass. Ooh, Barbie says, dang, look at the red, orange, and yellow. Do you mean these ones, or do you mean this one up here? Where are the ones? It'd be right here in my sculpting station. There's, I think, a red one and a silver one. But yeah, I'll see what we can do about that, Barbie. Oh, thank you. Oh, this one's perfect. Okay, so well, because there's two other ones I think over there that have cork on the back side, whereas this one's just the only thing to watch out for. I don't know if you can hear. The edge is very sharp. I don't know if that conveys via sound for y'all, but it just, if a ruler could go shing, this ruler would. It'll cut you. And so I need to be careful that I don't bite the wire into it. But I just want something, if I were doing a larger cabochon, I'd want to use a wider ruler. But I'm wrapping once around through the center there like that. And then I'm going to come this way. And I'm just going to thread through. There we go. And if y'all are enjoying this stream, do feel free to share it with your friends, and be like, hey, come make some wire wrap jewelry with me. Because I think this project would be perfect for like craft night with friends and stuff. So, or ideas for, depending on how crafty they are, possibly, some of the young people in your life. Because you can do these with just a bead as well. We have a tutorial out showing how to use just a bead as opposed to one of these groovy cabochons. So you could use like aluminum wire, or you could use, oh heck, even like pipe cleaners and just cute beads. So, or you can make your own beads out of polymer clay. Again, there's so many different ways that you can remove complexity or add complexity to a piece like this. It'd be fun to do in a group, and kids could do this, older ones if interested. Yeah, 100%. But I I say more and more here lately, if there is a crafter, there is a way. And I really do believe that. Like, y'all are so crafty and creative. I know that you'll come up with the perfect way of making it work for you. So I'm threading through once around the ruler and once around just the loop. And that kind of stabilizes it. It keeps the little wire loops that we're doing are going to be the legs, and it keeps the legs from getting all floppy and weird. But we want to make sure that we didn't do it too tight on the ruler, because we're just going to be pulling the ruler out. And also, if I were using a larger cabochon, I might use, this is a 22 gauge, I might use a 20 or even an 18, or if I went even larger, like let's say if we did something like this for the spider butt. Wouldn't that be freaky as heck? Oh my god. But if we did something large like this, I might even use like a 16 gauge or kick it up to probably doing some weaving. That way it's a really nice, like, robust piece. I just realized you're wrapping the legs around the ruler, but an easier way to keep the legs the same length. All right, on Stephanie. And you can also, you could probably use something cylindrical as well, because I can show you, if you want to take something that's round, like this one here, and then you can put your pliers in and you can open it. And I love doing this because it gives a really nice oval look. Now that only works on something that's been like twisted and bound off. That way it doesn't have anywhere to relieve the pressure of that inner expansion. And so if we picture this as just a loop, I can probably demonstrate. I'll go with this one. Yeah, this one up here. Oh yeah. Oh, hey Michelle, how's it going? We making spitters. Thank you, baby. All right, so I've slid this onto, so like let's pretend like we made all of our spider legs like that, which, oh my god, you guys. Oh, okay, she'd be thick, but what if we did all of these like little fairy wings? And this is the little fairy body? But then she's like, not, I don't know, we could do something cute down at the bottom instead of having it be a little bloop doop. Wouldn't that be cute? We're gonna have to do that next. And then we could probably resin dip the wings. Oh, heck. Okay. So we would take this and we could stretch that loop out. And then from there, we could bring it down with our fingers. Oh my gosh, because I'm especially thinking like the marquee like this, if that were a little fairy or goddess or like the little bug body. I gotta write this idea down. This is why I love live streaming with you guys, is because it keeps, I have to keep my mouth talking because I can't help myself. Okay. Yeah, notes for, I watch other tutorials because it inspires me, but also like I take notes on what's something that I really love about their like instead of feeling envious of someone else's high quality or success, I take notes on like what did I love about it that made me envious, because it's like that's an indicator that I should maybe, you know, try that. Like if like, oh, that's a good idea. Well, you know, instead wear something with cute sleeves, people will engage with cute nails, jewelry, and clothes, because like everybody will be like, oh my god, your nails are so cute. And so whenever I'm in analytical YouTube, like it makes me look like a freaking sociopath, but sometimes I feel very analytical, and if I don't write the thoughts down, then I forget that I had them. Where is, I guess I'll use this because I don't know where a regular pencil is. Okay. It is, my lead's broke. Okay. Well, I'll just use a pen and pretend like I know what I'm gonna do. Better get it right, because I can't erase it. 10, 6, 25. Well, because it's like, y'all are my friends. Like, I don't want it to be like, how do I get likes out of these people? Like, no, it's, but also at the same time, I want my YouTube channel to do well. And it's like sometimes I don't know what to say on a video. And if I think they did a good job, instead of just being like, good job, ooh, I'll be like, your nails are super cute. I mean, I'll be honest about it. If I think their nails look rubbish, I'll just keep that to myself. But all right, so we could do, oh, we could probably give her boobies, but I don't know how necessary that is. So we'll just do a loop, but we'd just do 2 loops, you know. And then we would have, and that'll be a twist, 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 twist. So then the wire will be here, and then we'll split it off that way and that way. And then, how does a butterfly's wings look? Let me, for reference. Oh my god, I still want to do this one. I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, that'd be so cute. Okay, I'll set that there. Where am I gonna put all these beads? Ooh, another snail shell. I've just been finding them like crazy. It's like they'll go to this like one spot in my garden to like keel over. And then so I've got like just a ton of these almost perfect little snail shells. So many ideas, so little time, right? Okay, I'll just hide these in here for future Vaughn. Because Lord knows I'm not going to look in here until next year. Oh, hey, husband. How's it? Oh, that's so pretty. You took that picture too, so I can use it, and it's copyright free. Now that won't close. There we go. Y'all, look at this beautiful picture of a... Okay. Ooh. of a butterfly that Randy took in our garden. Look at that freaking butterfly. I want to draw that. Okay, so we have some options. I needed to clear that off anyways. I'm going to use the one that Randy provided. And so for the wine, chicken wine, chicken wine. I should do a little loop and that'll be her head. And then we'll do 2 rings to attach to a bail. Oh, that's going to be cool. And we could probably do the twist bead bail. Oh, yeah. And this is sand milkweed. It's a vine that just grows all over everything around here. And I was fighting against it and fighting against it. And then I found out that the butterflies love it because it is a variety of milkweed in one of their host plants. And I'm like, oh yeah. So it's not just the Asclepias tuberosa that the monarchs need. Like apparently they'll feed and lay their eggs on a variety of different milkweeds, which is good because I'm like, yeah. Now, I'm going to be honest, it is a freaking pain. Once it grabs onto something, it grows like so much overnight, it seems. But it's a great trap crop for aphids. And I'm going to have the wings come up just a little bit. I know that that's not like true to type. And the secret, I think, is we don't have to draw both sides. I can just trace the wire over it. What do you mean fairies aren't true to type? Randy says, what do you mean fairies aren't true to type? Herp and derp and doodle. Because we'll have 4 wires. Or we could make 4 loops and do them like doubled up and then do like a wrap around them so they'll be a little bit more robust. Baby, herp and doodle boop and doo. Okay, thank you for your phone, honey. So that's what I'm thinking for this bad boy. Or we could do freaking, where do I have, there's got to be a dead bug in here somewhere. Oh, thank you, honey. Hell yeah. Okay, dead bug activated. This was humanely harvested. It died in my mailbox. Rainbow says the wing and body would be done with what gauge wire? We could do 18 would work really well because then we could do the loops where they'd be like woven. if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm gonna be trying something different on this. It's not gonna be exactly like the spider, but I just need to borrow this dead bug. Please don't judge me. But yeah, I could. My dead bug. Oh, I caught it in my lap. Look at this guy though. He's so shiny. And he's not as bright as he used to be. But look at his belly. Oop, back in the jar. And then these are like little wasp wings. Oh, I guess I should stop singing because it's blowing little wings everywhere. Like, and I love bugs, but it's so creepy, and I just know it's going to come back to life and bite me. Like, I know that that's not how it works, but that's how it feels. So I sat down to work on my product listings when I got the live notification. Guess how many I've gotten done? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I know exactly what you mean. Okay, so this one will be similar. I like that kind of upright wing look, but it just comes down. Like, this one literally looks almost just like the wings on people's, like, that you can buy on their, like, Etsy listings. Like, what a fine transparent film. And in fact, this would be a perfect opportunity to do like the resin filling in the wing. To be able to put the lines in there. So I don't think I'm going to get to this one today, but I love the idea. Stephanie, do one product listing and then come back and tell us all about it. Because then you can shamelessly self-promote and be like, I just got a, insert words here, listed to my website. Insert website here. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. Okay, so I've lost the piece we were working on. Challenge accepted. Cheers. Oh, that's good stuff. All right. It's a stronger coffee now that it's putting less water through. Like, that stuff kicks. I'm here for it, though. All right, and now for his little mandibles, or whatever they're called. I know I'm not saying the right word for it, but hashtag engagement. Like, I have to be careful if I'm summoning our lurkers who know the correct names of things. So I'm doing this one a little longer. Hey Bodega, how's it going? Today on the bench, we are making some groovy butted wire wrapped spiders. These could be earrings, they could be pendants, you can make them very large as sun catchers, but in the spirit of Halloween. Hey Giovanna, how's it going? The petty pops. Yeah. Anika, how long have you been here watching, Anika? Oh, I love them. They're petty pops. Do spiders also have mandibles? Mouth parts are for chewing. Rainbow says, did you make these spiders last year too? Last year we made them with lampwork glass beads. Wire nopes. Awesome for you. Okay. But then I can show you, we just finished drawing up a design for using a similar technique for a little wire wrapped fairy. So not just wire nopes, just currently also wire nopes. But yeah, deja vu. And I bet with a very little bit of modification, these could be made. I'm thinking of my friend Itzy here. She makes like these fantastic face huggers. From like Alien. Oh, I'm doing well. I'm in bed. It's 11:35 p.m. Oh, well, I hope you had a good day and that you get a good night's sleep. Sleep is so good. It's one of my favorite things. Anika says the whole time. How are you doing today, Anika? So again, I just want to be careful that I'm not scraping my wire across that sharp edge of the oof, got up at 5 a.m. Go to bed, honey. It's tired time. Like somebody's headed to Sleepy Time Junction. Somebody's so tired they can barely function. All aboard, cries the engineer. Sleepy Time Junction is so near. Oh, I'm doing wonderfully. Very productive day. Like, we've been super mega busy, but it's been a good pace. We called somebody to get like a limb removed on one of the trees that's like pinned between the house and the wiring. So that's going to be really nice, hopefully. Or it won't be. We'll keep you in the loop. Get some sleep for me too, Giovanna, please. Now it's time to go to sleep. Night night, Anika. Sorry, I don't mean to keep being so out of frame. Oh, we're not cutting the tree down. It's just an overhanging limb. And also, I don't have the money for that. I mean, I wouldn't unless I absolutely had to cut a tree down. They provide some very valuable shade to us, aside from also just I love trees. But there is a branch that is extending from a tree on our neighbor's property that they haven't been able to take care of, even though they've been saying that they would for like 8 months now. And we're fixing to come into our storm season, and that branch has grown between the wiring and like the eave of the house. So it has got to go. That branch does. But no, I think the rest of the tree, unless that branch is providing critical support and the tree would fall over the other direction, which is why we're hiring an arborist instead of just doing it ourselves. But okay, so there's our 4 lakes. Rainbow says, "Are you expecting tornadoes, or you mean severe thunderstorms?" I'm not. I'm never expecting a tornado, but that's exactly when and why they would come. It's just to spite, that it's like, haha, you fool, you should have known I would come. No, our winters we get a lot of wind, and we get a whole lot of ice in like January and February. So for about 2 to 3 weeks, every late winter, like right before winter lets go, and spring starts to sneak in, we get like 2 or 3 weeks of really strong winds, freezing cold weather, and ice storms. So we don't get a lot of snow here, but ice is very heavy and it clings to everything. It's beautiful. It coats every single wire of our 2 inch by 4 inch wire fence. Every single wire will be coated, like it's been dipped like a Christmas icicle ornament. That much glass, like that much ice. But so is also every branch. So, right on. Bodega says the fairy design looks awesome and totally on point for Halloween. Right on. But yeah, I figured it'd be easier to deal with, hopefully easier to deal with the branch before having to worry about, now we don't have power because it fell on the lines in a very predictable manner. And then if we're able to get this taken care of in budget, which I have no idea what budget is, hopefully as inexpensively as possible, but I also want it done correctly. But if we can get this done within budget, then we're going to be able to get the garden hose repaired, the spigot that comes out of the house. And so that'll be fantastic because, I mean, it'll be just in time for winter, but it'll be very nice to have it ready for in the spring. So, depending on how expensive the tree is, getting the branch taken care of is, we may have until February to save up to get the plumbing for the garden hose taken care of. Which, my goodness, this year was, I think I can safely say this year was the best garden I have ever had. Not necessarily in yields, but I spent the most time out there. I enjoyed it the most. I got to see some of the most diverse wildlife and beautiful flowers and things. Like, I really, really enjoyed the garden to its fullest this year. And a big part of that was because I was hand carrying all the water out. Randy would huck it from a bucket from the tub into a like a 30 some odd gallon trash can out right out the back door, and I would dip. I have these I have 4 2-gallon watering cans because that's how much my wheelbarrow will hold. And I'll dunk the cans, set them in the wheelbarrow, take them to whatever part of the yard I'm watering, and Randy just keeps filling up a 5-gallon bucket out of the tub. So a lot of work, even just being on a quarter of an acre, but totally worth it. A lot of fun, a lot of exercise. I feel like that's partially responsible for why my elbow hurts so bad, but that could also be um, that I grooved 60 cabochons today, and just I am relentless. But there's work to be done, and that's my favorite thing. What's up, baby? Oh, yeah, well, they were going to find out this Thursday. And that's why they should sign up for our Happy Crafter Club kit, because we're putting groovy cabs in it. Oh, thank you, Rainbow. I really enjoyed it because I looked at it and I was like, I've been wanting to, like, for years, the dream for Randy and I has been to work very hard and to save up money and to hopefully be able to sell this home and buy some land in Tennessee to build our forever home on. So however that would have looked. And we were on track for that for a little while, but life happens and things get derailed, and that's okay. But I thought about when it back earlier in the year, if you remember when we were looking at that old elementary school that was for sale. Like, we even went and like walked around it. It was really that was really cool. But I was thinking about it and I was like, what if this is my last year in this garden? I should make the most of it, because not necessarily just because we might move next year, because that seems very unlikely at this point, but just because tomorrow's never promised to us. And so I did. I made the most of the garden this year, and it was so cool. I got a lot of it on video, and I've got most of the video edited, actually. I just didn't know how to end it because the story's not over, Like, it's never over, which is what I love about gardening. There's always next year. Whether I'm there for it or not, there's always next year in the garden. Woo! I feel good. So yeah, there's our spider legs. But I'll be posting it to our making it on a quarter YouTube channel. If you want to see the because like some things about the yard had really gotten like overgrown and stuff, so I did a full garden reclamation video for 30 days. I went outside to the garden for at least 30 minutes a day to get it up to just as good as I could get it. Yeah, yeah, if we stopped here, it looks ridiculous. But I placed my thumbnail. You could use your pliers instead. And I went to press up without distorting his pedipalps. Pedipalps? Pedipalps? I feel like I'm mispronouncing it. Until they're all going like, woo, up. And also, this would be a really interesting, potentially, prong setting. Hey, Khalidi, how's it going? Oh, this is super cool using your groovy calves for spiders. Well, thank you. I really like it. But now we come in and we're going to do a little bend. Bump. And do a little bend. Bump. Is it a spider? It is a spider, Stoner. How are you doing? Oh, not like a real spider, but like a spitter spider. And then as I come around, I like to kind of give the bend of the leg. I don't know if this is accurate to spiders, but let's say, and this is a made up number, but it's just for examples purposes. If this is an 8 millimeter length from where the leg leaves the body to where the knee is, I would have this one be 10 millimeter or even 12 millimeter. This one would be 12 millimeter and this one would be 8 millimeter. So again, I don't know if that's accurate to how spiders really are, but I like the way it looks. So I'm just going to come around this way. She got junk in the trunk though, but that's pretty cool. And I like to push it down just like that. What do you think? And then also you could make a much smaller loop and hang a little drop off of it. And depending on how you want, you could either string this up on a chain, like you could keep larger loops on the tips of the two front feet, like either chain or like a wire link, or you could make like a bit of necklace that's a bit of web or something, or if you're trying to make like a sun catcher, you could, this is where it could attach, or you could even have it attached just by a single leg. That reminds me of those like hang in there with a kitten hanging on a branch, like motivational posters. This was the most black and red cab that we currently have, but that's just what I have on my work surface today. I kind of want to do one with a purple butt. So again, starting over with our 22 gauge wire. Well, thank you, Rainbow. Snip. And I want to time myself. It is 4:48. I want to see how long this takes me. And I'm going to do this one. Well, hey, baby, how's it going? Oh, you're testing to see? This one I'm just doing 2 loops.
If you could figure out a way to attach.
Okay.
So it looks like it's just coming down.
What? I'd do this. Just clipping the chain to the end. Well, does it fit on, I wonder? Now's the moment of truth. I get these spiral woven stainless steel chains from Panda Hall. And it fits. And that's how it looks on a chain. I would put this on a more petite chain, personally, but with the way that we do, excuse me, the way that we display our pendants, we sell chains separately for $5. That's how we're able to get, like, what I think the higher quality, like, stainless steel. And then it's also, if you already have a favorite chain, you don't have to pay for an included chain. You know, only if you want one do you pay for one. Okay. But this one's going to have like a bail attached to it. So I'm just doing that style of loop. But yeah, we display our pendants on a little like flat that has hooks so they don't already have a chain. And then we sell our chain separately and folks can just pick out if they want a chain. They get to pick out from our selection. So twisting once and twice, making sure that that wire of the groove or like that wire's nestled in the groove nicely. And then I'm going to hold with my flat nose pliers, and I'm just going to tighten down like one rotation because I don't want to twist this. Like you can see maybe that it's flattened. I don't want to twist this until it cuts through itself. And then we will just twist this away. Oh, Giovanna says, how would you do it with a non-grooved cab? I would use 4 21 gauge square wires. We could do it with these ones, actually. I would use 4, these are 22 gauge, but maybe a 20 gauge might be better. I'm using 22 gauge on these because that's what's in the kit that we're sending out this month. And then I would use, we could use a 21 gauge half round. And it doesn't have to be square. I'm doing this here with round wire. And I'm just going to put it into my ring clamp, roundabout in the center. Whoopsie. Now, do you want to bail on this too? Hey, Easy, how's it going? I think I would do this style where it hangs by its toes. Whoopsie. And so I hold pinned between my ring clamp and my flat nose pliers. And then we'll give it a squish. And I'm going to lift that end, and I'm going to snip just a little bit off. And then from here, that looks pretty good. You could make this part however wide as you like. And I'm just bringing it around to where the cut end of our wire is going to be on the same side, on both sides. And that way these loose ends will be pinned between between the cabochon and the wire itself, if that makes sense. There we go, nice and squishy smushed down. And now I'm gonna wrap this one because it doesn't have a groove. Let's see. Which one? Left or right? That's the left, that's the right. Oh, Giovanna and Randy both said left. So to shape, oh, I'll wrap the other one too, Khalidi, don't worry. I like to use a ring mandrel to shape all the wires around. Oh, thank you. These were some of the cabochons that we were sending out in, I don't know if it was last month or the month before, but it was, we sent them out in our kits. Okay, so we've wrapped this around. It'll come and set right there. And now from here, let's see. I'm going to wrap it on this side just because it's going to be easier for me to reach. There we go. Getting that squished down. And you just have to... Do what, honey? I heard hourglass and I love it.
So would it be possible to shape the wires over the cab to form an hourglass to help hold it in.
Maybe. I don't know how I would do that this time,
Okay.
but once I get it made and like in there, we'll be able to brainstorm from there.
Yeah.
But I love your line of thought, honey. Randy's already coming up with ideas of how, oh, this is so frazzling whenever the wire's just getting tangled like that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to snip it right there. Choose our battles. We don't have to put up with this crap. We don't have to put up with this crap. Okay. And again, the main thing I want to watch out for is making sure that my wires are getting snipped consistently, where they are between the wire frame itself and the cabochon. Do a weave around the sides to hold it in, but I know there's other ways. And you're doing one of them. Oh, right on. A weave around the sides. Oh, yeah. Do you mean like, it's going to take some creative visualizing, but like, well, that's on the ground now. If we just did like a weave and then set it over. Oh, well, thank you, Abdul. Yes, wire weaving. Gotcha. Yeah, that would look wicked cool. Let me grab with my feet. Boop, boop, boop. Picking it up with my toes. There we go. Alrighty. And so then I'm going to slide this down. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, but instead of cutting it, I'm going to bend both of the wires up and go like around it, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Sometimes we only have to have planned one step ahead. Well, hey, Kella, how's it going? Now, I fully have the intention of sliding this down, but it's just easier for me to do the weaving right here. So I want to make sure I'm not getting my wires crossed. I want to keep them flat and next to each other. It's because they're going to want to bunch up. If I were using square wire, I wouldn't have that problem nearly so much. Right? I'm not going to disturb her because she should be working making her listings. So when she is ready, she will come back to us. But until then, I don't want to be a distraction. All right. So now I'm just going to continue twisting that around, and we can count and see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wraps. So here on this side we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. And I'm going to bring that kind of towards this way so that we can slide it down. And I'm going to hold on to the woven or the wrapped section and then bend our wires up that way. Unfortunately, I can scooch this part wherever I need it to be. I just want to make sure that I'm not making my loop too large or too small. Untangle all those wires from each other, get a nice sharp bend up. Yeah, I like that. The 4 wires belted together, that's a really good way of putting it. And so now, let's get this back on the ring mandrel, mostly just to have something to hold the size correct. But I just want to do 1 And then also possibly 2 wraps around both. We can scooch that up to make it look like it's like on purpose. All right. And then from here, we've done 2 wraps. I don't know if we could do a cab, we could do a bead, we could do just some other weird bug type torso. Yeah, a bead would look super cute. So we've got the 2 wraps there. Before I get much farther, I want to bend. I've never used 22 gauge wire for this before, so I worry about its I just worry if it's going to be good for what we're doing here. I want it to hold up. I worry it might be too dainty. Okay, it certainly helps to have a little bit of tension pressed there in the center. So I'm going to see if I can correct my... There we go. Well, it's not great, but it'll be fine. Dainty is good, but I want it to survive being worn. So I guess dainty was the wrong word. Delicate. I don't want it to be too delicate. I want it to look dainty, but be strong. Durably dainty, yes. So now I'm coming in with these stepped flat nose pliers that I get from RioGrande.com. Grande. And I'm just using the curve of my thumb to be what I'm bending the wire against. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And I'm going to leave the 2 wires there on the side. Just because I think it looks nice. I think this should hold just fine, unless somebody's willfully trying to extract the, woo, hey, doggy! Extract the cabochon. I think this will be okay. And my wire has literally tied itself into a knot. So I'm going to take care of that before it gets worse. If I had a blue goldstone, possibly... Ooh, yes! Maybe. Here we have some blue goldstone square. Oh, but I've got a little 8mm. Yeah, we'll do the 8mm. I only have the one. But I think it'll be alright. You're making me feel tonight. Right on. Rainbow says, this is why I do like grooved edged cabs, because if you don't want wires over the tops of the stones at all, it's tough, unless doing a weave around the edge. But even then, right? Yeah. And that's this one, I feel like being a spider completely solves the whole problem, because I have exactly 8 wires. So we can try to figure out how to make this work. Eight wires, it was meant to be. Yes, in this one instance, it's finally working out. But otherwise, 100%. I just love the groovy cabs because it gives us the opportunity for a lower work, higher quality looking piece. Like I think it's such low effort to get, compared to this. Like I'm just gonna say, like it's still effort, but it's a nice shortcut. The cabs themselves take a lot more work, and therefore are more expensive. But I can get 20 of these made way faster than 20 of these. And sometimes that's what I want. And I think as a business person, I like to be able to do both. Like that's my goal, is I want to be able to do both. Ooh, jumping in to say wrap one wire around the edge of the bead to have a place for the legs to wrap around? Question mark. I like that. And quite possibly, maybe, I'm thinking about using a ring, like a chainmail ring. Well, if you don't have a ring, doing a loop around it would be excellent. Oh, hey, baby. Bring that on in. I'll go ahead and get that joined up. Is this your second or third one today?
Second.
Goodness. Busy, busy.
Well, I've been doing all the other stuff.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, is both of the other kilns have been loaded. You got all those cabs washed. Oh, man. Let me take a sip of coffee. So, I'm exhausted. That's fine. I can keep going. Even if the upcoming vending event does not go well for us, just having something to work towards, I am so thoroughly enjoying. It helps me, like, I feel like I have purpose. I have something to prepare for, uh, that has a deadline, which keeps it from feeling like this unending, treadmill task of, when do I get to rest? It's like, well, I get to rest after October 18th, and then I get to start preparing for our next event. So this right here, my husband Randy made this. It's a European 6-in-1 chainmail bracelet made with rubber rings as well as metal rings. So the rubber rings don't need to be opened. So it's perfect that they're just closed already. Snake-like chainmail. It really is. Like, it is sleek. Hey Brenda, how's it going? She said, good afternoon, everyone. Hope your day is going well. It's going really well here. Wow, yeah, Randy does exceptional work. I try to not booger it up on the 2 rings that I add. But he does very, very good work. And you can see there's like a gap. I'm going to want to go ahead and reclose that. There we go. Rainbow said Randy is worth keeping around for at least another long time. The thing is I like him so much, even if he didn't make chainmail. Don't tell him, but even if, and see there, I joined it wrong. No! Even if he didn't make chainmail, I'd still keep him around. He's a wonderful human being. He's my best friend. He's exquisite at all things. And he never judges me whenever I spend too much on plants or craft supplies. So, like, I feel as though I've won the lottery. If you use like a green suit with that, I get it will be good. Ooh. Well, hey, Valentina. How are you doing today? 1, 2, 3. But yeah, this is called a European 6-in-1 because it's a European style chainmail. Very, very similar to the same weave that they used in medieval armor. but instead of 4 rings into each one, there are 6 rings. So I've looped through 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And it makes for a much denser weave. Yes, very, very comfortable to wear. Very flexible. No clasp to worry about. I love them as like bangle bracelets. I kind of want some made in like a nice brassy gold with brown rubber because steampunk. But I just love that. Okay, let's see. We opened that ring. Now we need to close it really well. This is going to be the ring that I attach the legs to of our spider. All right, and I'm going to wait to do that bead until the very end because otherwise it's just going to be in the way. Okay. So I'm going to take 4 of these wires and thread them through the bead. And then I'm going to start just wrapping around, just kind of vining it up. And then, and what I mean by that is I don't want them to be crossing over each other. I want them to just be like whenever you draw with 2 pens in the same hand and you go whoom, and it does like 2 lines next to each other. That's what I'm looking for here, is the 2 lines next to each other. Okay. So just threading them through. You could do them separately if you want, but it makes me happy to do it this way. So here I am. And so these will be our front 2 legs. That freaks me out, like 6-inch long spider legs, just daddy long legs. Okay. And then these ones I'm going to bring in from above, question mark? Mostly just to provide a little bit of resistance to the stability. It's being supported, I feel, in 2 different directions now. And it gives her a little bit of beef in the backside, so. Have you ever seen a huntsman spider? Never in person, without glass between me and the spider. Like, I might have seen a specimen at like a museum or something, but I'd be okay without ever seeing a huntsman spider, I think. So here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Rainbow says, I just looked that up. No thanks. Okay, and so now just testing out. And we could do a different style of. Giovanna says, my sister in Australia has always 2 in her home as they eat the poisonous spiders. All right then. You know, if they fix more problems than they bring, they can stay. Oh yeah, 100% rainbow. And I'm having a lot of fun like prototyping. And this also gives us different price points of spiders to carry in our booth too. But oh, I would love this one with like that shape of a spider butt. We'd have to find a labradorite that's like, oh, that looks so cool. And there's no reason why we couldn't do this style with a labradorite. Let me see. Do I have? I'm looking. Those bugle beads are too long and kind of tacky looking. I'm looking for a bugle bead that will fit hopefully onto the 22 gauge. And I don't know which one would look better. This, I've got like a dark silver and a black. I'm thinking the dark silver, but we're gonna see which one fits. Yeah, oh la la labradorite booty. That la 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 labradorite. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, it fits on there, but I don't want to force it. I mean, heck. I'm making also jewelry not so long, a new hobby. Oh, right on. Well, hey, Valentina. What are you working on today? And also, if you have any questions or any ideas or anything, I'd love to be helpful to you. So, because I'm going to be feeding the legs through the bugle beads, I want to make sure that these wires are nice and straight because it's very easy to break a bead from the inside. Like glass especially. Though like metal tube beads would be really cool for this. You could also probably use just some, instead of a bugle bead, you could use like 4 or 5 seed beads. What do you think? Should we do... Yeah, bugle beads do not like kinks in the wire. Should we do a little round bead in between? Let me see what we have. Yes, says Rainbow. Okay. I think these ones will fit. Now, I'm going to skip the round bead on like the joints. Or no, we'll do 2 round beads. Do it, honey? He's in there looking at memes. So this is the pattern that I'm doing. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, now my concern is, well, hey, Dat, how's it going? I don't know how long a spider's legs should be in proportion to their body. And also, I need to give this some space. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, it's pushed all the way up to the end. I've got my stepped flat nose pliers. And I want to bend down and over like that. And I'm holding on to that loop And I'm just going to come around twice. Okay, so that's one full wrap. And this is why I've done the two, is because it actually gives us a little bit of a joint. And I guess we could go ahead and clip that if you wanted. But I was thinking it might be kind of cute to come down here. I don't have enough wire on this one leg. This one leg is a little too short. But do you see how that is? Isn't that neat? I think it's freaking neat. I'm doing that. Just in between the two balls of the knee joint. Oh, well, thank you, Rainbow. I'm feeling super duper creative today. And I love it. I am in physical pain, but I'm very happy. So, your girl needs a hot tub. Hey, Wendy! Do you want to go to the therapy pool?
Where?
To the therapy pool?
Today?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It won't be open for much longer.
That's true. Yeah, they close in like half an hour. Okay, never mind. Um, well, I think I might just take a bubble bath. If I can't be soup in public with other people, I'll just be soup in my private bathtub at home.
Sounds good.
I love being soup with Randy, though. Like, I want a hot tub so bad. Of all the I don't need or can't afford, hot tub is at the top of the list. But I would 100%. That's where I would drink my morning coffee, and that's where I would watch my anime before bed, is in the hot tub. I'd be nasty. Manifest, girl, all in due time. Dude, I already know where I'll put it in the backyard. And Randy and I were looking at inflatable ones. But I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea. This seems like a really poor use of money. We should just save up and get a reasonable one. Aw, thank you, Khalidi. I love them too. Like, 100% I love them too. I think it kicks it up wildly. Giovanna says, I would love one too, right? And they've got like a therapy pool at the local YMCA, but I want to cook like soup. This is a fancy spider. But no, I grooved 60 cabochons this morning. My elbow's been hurting me for a while, like my elbow and shoulder. It's just overuse and then more overuse. Okay. But like, dang, I use elbows for just about everything, it seems. Today I am using 22 gauge wire from parawire.com. But you could use any wire. Like, I like this because it's copper core that's silver plated and covered with that titanium toned enameling, so you don't have to worry about it tarnishing, and it won't irritate your skin if you have metal allergies. But then, only thing, very hot water is not good for your legs. Well, that sucks, because I want to do it anyways, because I want to sit in a hot tub. My legs will just take it. Like, I wonder, like, how's it bad for my legs? Are they going to cook? Because I could see them cooking before the rest of me. Hey, Saki girl, how's it going? Like, that's the sort of thing that if a doctor said it to me, I'd be like, well, you can insert rude statement here. But no, I mean, I take way too hot of, the veins? Trying to figure out how I'll just wear, like, a snorkel and, leave my legs outside of the water. If there's a crafter, there's a way. It's like, what's Fawn doing? I'm just breathing through an aquarium hose upside down in a hot tub. Yeah, dangle the legs outside of it. Dangle like spider legs. Alright, I'm going to try to be consistent about which way. Well, there's a mental image, right? No, I should take the advice that's good for me, even if I don't like it. I'm gonna have to Google it though and like find either the time or temperature threshold. All right, so we're getting one whole wraparound there on his little tootie. And I'm gonna go ahead and do all the other legs up to this point. I was supposed to be timing how long it takes me to do the other ones. Dr. Google, yeah. Or more accurately, Dr. AI. It's like, yes, you can use, if your sauce on your pizza is too runny, you can use Elmer's glue to thicken it. Right. All right. So once we've made the little foot, I'm now gonna just bring that around and it comes down that way. And again, just like with the other, well, you know, I figure everything's either gonna be okay or it's not. And if we worry, we suffer twice. So we'll figure it out. I have to, you know, having hope is like the most punk thing we can do nowadays. So let's be hopeful and kind to each other and not worry about it till it gets here. Brought to you by Google AI. No, no, seriously. Like, I think it'll be all right. Like there's gonna be a bubble burst, same as what there was during the .com, and so all these ridiculous areas that we're seeing AI in, where it's not really bringing any benefit, you know, it'll thin out, and people will find where AI is actually useful and applicable, and then life will go on, much as it always has. Right on. Or at least that's my hope. But the good news is time will tell, and we'll find out whether we want to or not. But until then, we can build our legions of wire-wrapped spiders. Baby. So there's his other tootie. Or at least that's what I tell myself to get through the day. So I'm loving it too. I'm gonna be honest. I love that chainmail ring. And it's gonna look wicked good once we get that little, you see what I'm talking about? That's nice. We could use one of those ravioli beads. Like, this would be really cool. Or Rivoli, whatever they're called. Oh, you need to make a Black Widow wrapped spider. That would be super cool. That's Randy was suggesting doing the wire design on the back to be like an hourglass. But I also find myself wondering if I just have like 2 triangle beads, I might be able to make it happen that way somehow. I'm running really low on these silver beads. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I could be using size 11 seed beads for the leg segments as well. You can put 2 seed beads on the sides of the head bead. Oh, that's a good idea. And so I want this to be mirror imaged. So I'm going to hold the tip right there and I'm going to bring the wire around, but I try to keep the wire between the leg and the butt. That's what I did this whole side around. So that's what I'm going to do this whole side around. I'm worried, y'all. The moth market has like, I know I just said, oh, if you worry, you suffer twice. I am suffering. I'm so worried that the moth market's going to be atrocious. There's like over 100 vendors, and that's a lot. That is a lot of vendors. And so I'm really hopeful that that it's good. But that is a lot of vendors. We actually got to meet a couple of the other vendors that'll be there. We went to an event this Saturday at the place where I take belly dance classes. I got to see like just about all the troops that study out of that studio. I got to see them perform. I had a really fun time. I brought some poi and spun poi. Actually ended up giving away like 3 pairs of poi to other people there at the event. But it was a really good time. But we got to meet some of the other vendors, and one of them was talking to me. I think her name is Mary Ann. Beautiful, beautiful jewelry. I had meant to go back and buy something from her, but the day got away from us. So I'll have to find her at the moth market. Oh, well, thank you so much, Valentina. That's amazing. Oops, oops. No, my bead. Oh, I caught it in my lap. But, beautiful electroformed jewelry, and I've done just enough electroforming to know I'm very bad at it. It takes consistency, and I'm not good at that. It does not come naturally to me, but I really admire electroformed work. Baby. How many vendors were at DragonCon? Seems your brain is telling you untrue stories. Well, DragonCon gets an attendance of anywhere from, depending on who's reporting on the numbers, 60 to 100,000 people. And DragonCon has hundreds of vendors, easy. And so for a small event for this size of town, if this were a convention or something, and also they're charging $5 at the door. So it's not even a free event to the public. But I mean, there's performances and stuff, like I understand. Just got back from fire tempering a walking cane to bring out the grain. What I miss. Ooh, that sounds awesome. We've just been doing the legs on this little spider. But because one of the vendors that I was talking to had said that she had done it last year and it was really good, but they didn't have nearly that many vendors last year. And so hopefully I am wrong to worry. And hopefully the attendance will be able to keep up with the growth of the dealer's room. Because, like, Springfield's not a particularly large city, and there's also a gem and mineral show going on that same weekend in Springfield. So I don't know, maybe people will come into town from all over, and it'll be, like, amazing. But I've also, I don't know, different things to take into consideration. Because I'm not bailing, and we're still bringing our A game. You know, we're preparing like it's going to be the best show we've ever had. But I'd be dishonest if I didn't talk about my concerns and worries as well. I haven't seen any advertising, but I also don't watch television or listen to the radio or anything. And I haven't seen any flyers, but I also don't live in Springfield. It's October 18th in Springfield, Missouri. But they said that they've invested a lot into their marketing budget. Time will tell. But yeah, it's, I say these things out loud because, you don't know what other vendors worry about until they air them. And then it's like, oh, that worry I had is a perfectly reasonable worry. Or maybe you've worried about something that it didn't even occur to me to be worried about. The day after your birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Saki girl. Always be an optimist, but not too much. I'm like a relentlessly optimistic cynic. So. So I'm just threading on. Whoever had said it is right. These bugle beads do not like kinks in the wire. There might be some kinks in the wire. Herp derp and doodle, my boop and doodle. Yeah, the bugle beads on the legs are my new favorite thing. Oh my god. Feel that worry. I'm doing 2 new out-of-state conventions this month. Worried about covering all the travel costs. But it's also one of those where I'm trying to look at my events as marketing rather. Yes. Oh my gosh. Rather than sales. Yeah, because in today's age, like truly I think you're right to look at it that way, Katrina. Because it's like I'm looking at this vending event. It's $60 for the booth. It's only an hour away, so we're actually going to be driving home. We're going to set up on Friday because we found out they have Friday setup. That's cool. And just because we like to be able to take our time, but we're going to set up on Friday and then drive home, so no hotel cost. And then we're going to drive up on Saturday and sell and then tear down and come home. So we'll be able to eat at home. Like I'll do a crock pot on Friday. Might be able to live stream from the booth a little bit. That would be really cool. And then, oh, I'm digging how that looks. Do what, babe? Oh, on Friday about the live streaming. Yeah, we'll have to see, but we may be home by then. Would be awesome. But all right, so I'm just wrapping around that way. A full loop, that way it stays kind of put. Oh, I see that, Brenda. I saw that Valentina had said that. I'm wondering if she got, I don't know if we've gotten a kid or something because we don't have channel memberships set up on the Craft Along with Vaughn.
They scale.
Those are scale. I specialize in custom work too, so it's a good way to meet new clients. Yes, but by paying that $60 to go, I feel like we're going to get in front of, potential students and customers way more effectively and memorably, to me at least for certain, than if I were to spend $60 on Google ads. Oh, I don't think I should have done that. All right. Glad it didn't break my bead. Oh, and you're teaching a class at that event? That's amazing, Katrina. What are you teaching? So trying to see how to join these end together without messing the bead up. So on this first one, hopefully I'll have enough on this side. Ooh, I don't have very much there. I think we'll be doing the pedipalps with the wire that goes through the bead. Hey Leaf, how's it going? But yeah, so now we can bend that down, and I like how it has the wire down the leg as well. Well, now that we have all the beads on, I can put these away. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be super cool, Katrina, with historical examples. Oh, that is wicked cool. Is it a demonstration or is it a hands-on learning class? Search for Halloween jewelry, and here you are. Woohoo! Yeah, we are making some different styles of wire. Is this a weapon? Everything's a weapon if you're bold and creative. Oh man, I didn't mean to. I really feel like if I keep pushing it with that bead, it's gonna really just bust. Alright, so now we're gonna come this way. So I think what I should do, too scary for my family, right on. But yeah, we've got some of the little groovy butted with different sized butts. And then I got, oh, this one got made too. And then we started on this one before we'd had a question about how to do it to a cab that wasn't grooved. And so now we're making this one. Oh, that'll be cool, Katrina. I'd take that class. That sounds neat. Okay. Aw, thank you, Valentina. So yeah, I don't have enough wire. That's okay. So what I'm going to do, because I want my front legs to match, is I'm actually just going to snip. And then I'm just going to be removing this wire. I'm very lucky. I never had to learn to use PowerPoint because, like, when I was in high school, not everybody had computers, so it wasn't, like, expected to learn how to do unless you were taking, like, a multimedia class. And then I've just run my own business, and so I never had to make a PowerPoint presentation, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I can never remember where anything is. Oh, hey, Lily, how's it going? But I enjoy when other people use PowerPoint presentations. I learn from them very well. But I also don't know how to use Excel spreadsheets or Google Documents, so I'm basically useless in an office setting. Okay. So there we have our front legs. And I'm going to thread on this 8mm. Right on, Rainbow. And this is half round wire that I'm using here to right on. Katrina says, I love Excel. Every major life event and decision requires a spreadsheet for me. Right on. All right, I'm bringing this around. These are going to hopefully become the pedipalps. And I'm going to feed up through here. And the thing is I feel like if I knew how to use like spreadsheets, like certainly doing my accounting would be easier. But like I feel like it would upgrade so much of my life. But I'm just like, I'd rather be crafting. And now I'm feeding back through our bead. Ah, well, thank you, Rainbow. I'm very pleased so far. Like, I love the color scheme and everything. And then I'm just bringing it down to right there. And then we're gonna finish it off. One, two, three. And snipping flush if we can. Setting that wire off to the side. You need gum? I'm not sure what you mean. So I'm gonna go like bonk out, and then I'm gonna press in, and then I'm gonna grab here and lift out, and here and lift out. I love it. I'm gonna see if we can do just a twist, and then a twist, 1 and 2, and then we'll give it a little bend and a little bend, and then bonk, out just a little. Yeah, it's the spider's little like bloop bloop thingies. Ah, thank you, Giovanna. I love her. I think she's just a cutie patootie. Cats would like this toy, right? I don't know if it's cat proof. I might want to use a thicker gauge and sturdier beads. Yeah, I can tell Maddie hates it. She hasn't even seen it yet, and I know she dislikes it. Oh, gotcha. Just eat garlic. The vampires don't like it. I see. Okay, so we wrapped that around. We're going to come up to here. And I'm going to wrap a full loop. And then we'll come down to right here. And I'm just coming between the bead and the ring. Just a wee bitty bit of wire coming off of there. Digging it so much. And I 100% would want to, I didn't put a bail on this one, so we would totally, oh, that's a really good tip, Giovanna, to not tighten it too much. I don't want to put in any undue tension on the glass. She gonna be one of the spiders that has like a ring that she holds on to, and that's the, where the bail will be attached. Alright, I gotta get to standing. Sometimes I forget that I have a standing desk and I don't have to sit the whole time until I'm stiff from sitting. So there's a twist. I'm coming around this way. There we go. And I'm going to add just a little bit of a bend to it to feed down between the bead and the ring. And I know I didn't do this on the last one, but the rules are made up and the points don't matter. There we go. Snip and squish. Bend right there. Oh yeah. Oh, look at the... Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's where I ripped that off, is whose line is it anyway? The rules are made up and the points don't matter. It is a true story, though. And then we're going to bring this around this way. Then just bringing it down. Making sure there's no pokey bits. You can always trim more off, so don't hesitate to give yourself a little bit of leeway. Looks all creepy. I love it. Creepy crawly. It is beautiful, but it's taken way longer to make, I think. Oh, 100%. 100% it takes longer. But that's okay. Because it gives us, very different end result spiders, too. Somebody might like our spiders, but want something... I might sell these for, I haven't talked to Randy about it yet, but anywhere from $15 to $20, whereas this one might be closer to $50. So, it just depends on how the rest of the necklace gets finished off and stuff. But yeah, straight up, I leave Randy in charge of most of our pricing. Because he says, I'll just undersell myself to death. And I think he's right, but I think that's why we make a good team. Ooh, on a dream catcher, that would be so cool. Right, Rainbow. Yeah, I don't argue with him.
Yes, you do.
That's true. I argue with him a lot. But it's not because he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's because I'm a menace. But I feel like good ideas hold up to scrutiny. And if I genuinely think it's too high, I'll say so. Or if I feel like, oh, I think it should be 15 because of this, it might be a reason that he hasn't thought of, and in which case he usually goes with, so we have a higher profit margin on it. Still sell it for this much. And I'm like, oh, okay. But he always hears me out. I appreciate that. Well, hey, Zachary, how's it going? Today I am just making a wire spider in a couple of different styles. And we're almost done. We're on the last leg. Hi, y'all. Oh, well, thank you. I'm enjoying it. I've not made a spider like this one before. And I think it might be my new favorite way, though it is significantly more time consuming. But I bet we can make it take less time by using a grooved cabochon, y'all. Like one with a groove. That way we just bloop and do it so much faster. I think the next one that I do like that is going to have one of these shape labradorites. I think that's going to be really pretty. And that's why I like the grooved cabs. I know they're not for everybody. But, right, I love it with the labradorite. We could probably do like some, like use like a crescent moon or something. This one would make a really pretty spider butt. Rainbow says, I like both grooved and non-grooved, but grooved can do more with, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, I agree with you, Rainbow. It's a very versatile. But, the traditional cabochons are great, too. Especially when they can be grooved. Zachary, my husband and I have been doing this full-time since 2008. Our storefront is backtoearthcreations.com. And we also have a traveling storefront where we go around to different conventions and arts and craft shows and different things. And our upcoming event that I'm making these spiders for is the Moth Market in Springfield, Missouri on October 18th. So we've got a little time to prep, but the days go by faster than I think. We're getting all those little odd ends smushed down. Well, hey, Larissa, how's it going? She's sleek and fierce, right? And that 22 gauge wire worked just worked just perfect. Her little legs are gross. Oh, she's a spider. No, it's fine. Um, you're beautiful and fantastic. Please don't bite me or lay eggs in my ears. Ah, well, thank you, Rainbow. Let's get her attached to a ring and a bail so that she's ready to go. Y'all want to help me pick out which bail to use? Scooch all these. Oh, thank you, Larissa. I really like that one. That's nice and minimal. Oh, Giovanna says that's a myth. They don't lay eggs in the ears. Yeah, but it still creeps me out to think about it. Because they look like face huggers, too. And then, so that first one, that'll be number 1. This one, nice and sleek. That may end up being the one that I go with. But this one looks pretty cool, pretty creepy. That'll be number 2. Oh, bat wings would be really cool. Do what, love? 3. Oh, I like that with the Celtic knotwork.
Oh, wait, you're on the phone. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I can still do a poll, but there's 4. Well, you got to see all the options before you pick. 5. That's very nice. I really like that one. 6. Also very nice. 7. Also very nice. And 8. Which, I love the front of this one, but the back is very minimal. But I like this bail for like a wider chain. 5 or 8. Right on. 4 or 5. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you think, Randy?
I like 8 myself.
8? You know, and I do none of them with this bail. So I think I'm going to do this one with 8. Just because Randy likes it. But the good news is we've got a butt ton more of these spiders to make. So what I'll end up doing is I'll probably end up having a different bail on each and every one. And another reason why I chose this one is because I'll be able to use one jump ring to bring it all together. And I'm going to be using, just because I love the look of it, some stainless steel 18 gauge 3/16 inch. And this is made with square wire. So it has a really nice... Zachary says, yay! But that's the nice thing about crafting, I think, is there's no right or wrong way. It's your favorite way. And sometimes finding your favorite way is the real fun part. But then we'll go through there. I really hope these fit. Oh, thank goodness. Oh no, it doesn't fit. Ah, heck. That's okay. We can force the little foot into a larger, rounder loop by pressing some round nose pliers through. There we go. Right on, Brenda. I think it's pretty cool. And y'all, I'll do a tutorial. Probably, honestly, with a grooved option. What do y'all think of that? Ooh, velvet ribbon, yes. This bail would be perfect on velvet too, because it's nice, like a nice thick 1/4 inch velvet. I'm putting just a little bit of a bend in like what I think of as like the little spider ankle. Now the only downside is these legs are delicate. They are easy to kind of reshape around. So next time I'll probably make this with a 20 gauge, but then I don't know how the bugle beads would fit on. But I think that's what we'll cover in the video tutorial. That is just so cool, y'all. It's giving me a vampire aesthetic. I don't know why. I get that. I get that a bunch. Look at that, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No freaking way. Did you really get another bracelet done?
And send you like 30 memes.
Oh my god, you sent me memes? He's such a sweetie. Well, y'all, it is 6 o'clock. That marks the end of our work day. Randy and I are going to go outside and yell at the sky. And no, we're not gonna yell at the sky. That's ridiculous. We're gonna go cast another dragon head, get the kilns going, get some dinner on, maybe take the doggo for a walko, and I will see y'all in our next live stream, which I don't know when that's going to be.
Afraid to fall.
Okay, so it looks like Randy will be yelling at the sky. Wow, you're done with this tray?
Yeah.
Babe. You're the greatest.
So just one more tray and then I can move on to a different design.
Right on. What weave do you think you're going to do next?
I don't know.
Whew, babe, my whole day hit me all at once. I'm a little
Still
tired.
wanna cook dinner?
We actually have reheated leftovers for dinner.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. But we will need to cast that other dragon head if you want to start getting the gloves and chemicals prepped.
Sure.
I swear it looks like we're cooking meth on our front porch, but it's just science, I promise. Ooh, full moon tonight. There we are. So Randy got 2 bracelets made. I got 2 1/3, 2 1/4 spiders made. That's not bad for, you know. You got 3 made? Oh, yes you did. Randy got 3 made all day, but he got 2 made during my live stream. That is also science, so that's true. Alrighty, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. if you want to support what we do with our free tutorials and stuff, do consider buying some craft supplies or handmade jewelry from backtoearthcreations.com. But until next time, y'all, happy crafting. Mwah. Bye. Look at that spider.